Good afternoon, everyone. I think we can start now. My name is Justyna Własiuk, and I'll be moderating today's meeting. I'm delighted to welcome you to the next Aurorian Technologies webinar. Today, Shiva Darsan, our speaker, our specialist, will tell you more about integration between Windchill and Codebeamer. Shiva, could we skip to the other? Thank you very much. If you know our company, you also know that this topic isn't new for us because we, in Arorian Technologies, provide consulting, implementation, and support services for both PLM and ALM to our customers around the world in many industries. Because we can talk here about automotive, medical devices, aerospace, or also high tech. Before we start today's webinar, one short technical information. Of course, you'll have a chance to ask Shiva questions. Please use for that Q&A option here on Teams. We'll back to these questions in the end of the meeting. So, in order not to prolong, let me now give the floor to Shiva.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar. I am Siva Darshan, lead consultant from Arorian Technologies. I have worked on several implementation projects in PTC Windchill suite of products. I also have experience in enabling digital thread by connecting Windchill PLM and ALM applications. So I'll be going through the webinar topic on advanced integration between Windchill and Codebeamer. So we will begin with introduction to digital product traceability and its implementation strategy. So after that, we will talk about different DPT scenarios with a short hands-on demo. Next, we will check out our Arorian DPT collaboration layer, which is a customized DPT solution. And then Arorian DPT tool will be presented with a short demo covering a couple of use cases. Finally, we will look at the future roadmap of our tool. So digital product traceability. So let's start with a question. So how companies can seamlessly share their product development information across the digital thread? So the solution from PTC is digital product traceability. For example, in Windchill, you can create a trace link between Windchill part and an external resource from systems such as Codebeamer, RVNS, Modeler, and IBM Doors. So this is achieved through ThingWorx Flow and OSLC. So OSLC is an open standard, so that defines a specification which will support to integrate different software systems. So as shown in this architecture diagram, the ThingWorx acts as an API gateway where the Windchill interface will be requesting the ThingWorx to fetch resource data from external servers. So the external systems can then be browsed in the Windchill interface, so to look for specific items. So, and then we can add a trace link between the external resource data and Windchill objects like WT part, document, options, and choices. So traceability strategy and approach. So before planning your digital product traceability solution, so it is very important to understand our product development process. So this will ensure the trace links are created in the downstream systems so that any change happens to the upstream data will be visible to the users using the suspecting functionality. So in the manufacturing world, some organization will be starting their product development process with capturing their requirement definition first, so which will be later converted into a specification for physical design. There are some cases where companies will be creating functional or logical system models. So after the requirement definitions, in some cases, so people will be start with their existing physical design within Windchill, which will later will be updated in the requirements which are stored in ALM applications like Codebeamer and RVNS. Okay, so let us look at this example for better understanding of traceability approach. Let's say a company conducts their requirement definition first in Codebeamer followed by system design in Windchill modeler. So in this situation, modeler will be the OSLC client and OSLC link will be stored in the modeler database and point to the upstream Codebeamer requirements. So when someone modifies the Codebeamer requirement, so this will be notified back to the users from in Windchill modeler. So let's say there's some change has been happened. So this will happen through the suspecting functionality. So why digital product traceability? Reasons why implementing digital product traceability solution needs to be considered. So DPT elevates user experience by linking and tracing the data across the digital thread, so which will enable the users for better collaboration and to improve design decisions, product quality, impact analysis, and regulatory traceability. So we use OSLC standards for DPT solutions. So this will ensure the solution to be more structured, abstracted, and simplified as well. Now let's explore different DPT scenarios and gain some insights on how trace links are created between Windchill and Codebeamer systems. So previously, we saw how traceability strategy for the PTC products can be planned. Based on that, there are two ways the traceability solution can be implemented between Windchill and Codebeamer. So let's say a company starts with their existing physical design within Windchill, and which will be later updated in the requirement objects of Codebeamer application. So in this case, Codebeamer will be the OSLC client, and Windchill PDM link will be the OSLC provider. So the trace links are now stored in the Codebeamer database and point to the Windchill part. So when any change, like any iterations or revision happens for the WT part, so this will be notified to the users in the Codebeamer application using the suspecting functionality. So now let's look at the other scenario where an organization will be start their product development process by capturing the requirement definition first, and then followed by converting them into a physical specifications for physical design in Windchill PDM link. So in this scenario, Windchill PDM link will be the OSLC client and Codebeamer will be the OSLC provider. This is the reverse of the other scenario we saw now. So now in this case, trace link will be created in the Windchill database and point to the Codebeamer requirements. So whenever there is any change happens to the upstream Codebeamer requirement, so this will be flagged to the users in Windchill system using suspecting. Now I'll walk through the out-of-the-box steps in the Windchill and Codebeamer apps to create DPT trace link for this scenario. So this will be a short demo. Okay, so this is the I have logged into Windchill and I am with the WT part. So this will be the part we will be using to create a trace link between this part and the Codebeamer requirements. So all the trace link will be stored under the traces tab. So the OSLC link we can create from here. Okay. So under the traces tabs, we can create our OSLC links. We can have click on the add button, and from there we can look for the external resources. Let's choose Codebeamer and requirement resource. So we will see the we'll choose allocate link, and you will see the projects under Codebeamer. So in the external resources window, so we can filter out the Codebeamer requirement objects through the numbering and search for it. So you'll see the search result here, and can't click on OK button. So here now the trace link is created now. You will see some details like what type of trace link is created, what is the number, name, and when it is last modified. So this allows us to preview the Codebeamer objects as well. So with some basic field information of Codebeamer requirement, and we can navigate from here. So this is the Codebeamer requirement object. So, and it has the basic fields, and in the detail section, you see external linked items tab. So under the external linked items, so you can see the WT part, which is linked to this Codebeamer requirement. Now let's try and edit this Codebeamer requirement to see the working of Codebeamer working of the suspecting functionality. So we have the edit icon here to modify the Codebeamer requirement. So I'll modify some of the fields here, like business value. I'll change the business value to should have, and type to maintainability. And I will also modify the description field. So once after the changes, I click on the save button. So through the preview option available in Windchill Codebeamer application, we can navigate back to the Windchill part. So under external linked items, we have the icon to preview the Windchill part like this. So this is more similar to the info page of a WT part, and we can navigate back to the Windchill part. And let's check out the updated trace link. So in the traces tab, you can see the OSLC link is updated with this suspect alert icon. So this means, hey, there is some change has been done to the Codebeamer requirement. So if the users think this is a significant change has been done to the Codebeamer requirement, and they can go and mark this as a suspect flag. So yeah. So this is how we create our OSLC trace link between WT part and a Codebeamer requirement. Okay, now let's check out our how our Arorian DPT collaboration layer can enable advanced traceability between Windchill and Codebeamer. So currently, Windchill supports a few object types like WT part, document, options, and choices to trace the external resources using DPT. Also, WT part is the only object type which is currently exposed in OSLC specifications. So this could be challenging for companies who are willing to implement DPT for their business use cases. For example, if a company have their requirement specification for a process plan operation in Codebeamer, and they want to trace this requirement from Windchill npm link object. So this can't be implemented since the process plan object is not supported for traceability and is also not exposed in OSLC. So how do we overcome this? So Aurorian DPT collaboration layer is designed to overcome the challenges in out-of-the-box DPT integration. It is basically a user interface designed on top of PTC's DPT solution using ThingWorks mashup and REST services. So using this tool, we can create OSLC trace link in Windchill for different object types. We can view report of existing trace link available in Windchill server. This also enables us to mark and clear the suspect flags from the OSLC link without having to navigate the Windchill objects. So, and this tool is very customizable and can be tailored based on the customer needs. So as of now, the tool can establish link with Windchill PDM link being the downstream system and Codebeamer being the upstream system. So, but it can be easily extended to other applications like Modeler, RVNS, and IBM Core doors. So I'll be demonstrating a couple of use cases here with our Arorian DPT collaboration tool. So OSLC trace links will be established between Windchill process plan operation and Codebeamer requirement through our DPT tool. So all the trace links stored in the Windchill will be shown as a report in a different mashup of Arorian DPT collaboration layer. So we will also check the option to mark and clear the suspect flag from trace link. Okay. So this is the Codebeamer requirement object for a process plan operation, which has its specification displayed. So we will be tracing this object from Windchill. So this is the sample process plan object. So you can see it has three different three process steps, and we will be creating the trace link between the process step 0010 and the Codebeamer and the corresponding Codebeamer. So our Arorian DPT collaboration mashup can be accessed from ThingWorks Navigate. So it's available under the custom task collection in ThingWorks Navigate. So we can able to access the mashup from here. Additionally, we can also access the DPT collaboration layer mashup from Windchill homepage. Currently, it is placed under the assignments action model. So clicking on the DPT collaboration layer action, so will take you into a mashup. So where all the applications will be listed down based on the customer needs. So we will be choosing the mashup to create trace link between the process plan operation and Codebeamer requirement. So this mashup contains two sections here. One is for process plan and another one is for requirements from Codebeamer. So we have a drop-down which will show all the available process plan objects. So I will choose the our DPT process plan demo object. So on selecting the process plan object, so this table will be populated with all the available process plan operation. So we have three different steps for this process plan. So we will be choosing the process step 0010 to establish the trace link. And on the other side, we have the drop down to choose the Codebeamer project. And from the tracker drop down, we will choose system requirement specifications where all the requirements are stored. So once it is selected, so the table will be populated with all the requirements available under this tracker. So we will be picking the requirement for the process plan operation. So it also has the option to mark this OSLC link as a suspect. So I will turn it off for now and click on the create process step traceability button. Yeah. So we get a successful message saying the OSLC link is now created between the associated part of this process step operation and this Codebeamer requirement. So now let's navigate back to the Windchill and see the OSLC link. So let's copy the WT associated WT part and search it in Windchill. So here we are under the traces tab of the WT part, and you can see the trace link got created between this WT part associated to the process plan operation and the Codebeamer requirement to the corresponding Codebeamer requirement. So you can see the details like what type of trace link, title, the server details, and when it is last modified. So as I shown earlier, from here, we can able to hover over and navigate back to the Codebeamer object through the preview option available. And in the external linked items tab, you can see the Windchill part, which is linked to the Codebeamer requirement. Now let's check out the working of the suspecting functionality. Let us try to modify this Codebeamer requirement. I'll modify the description field and click on Save button. So yeah, the changes are done. Now let's get back to the Windchill object, Windchill part, and see the change OSLC tracelink updation. So through the preview option available here from Codebeamer, I'll navigate to the Windchill part and go to the traces tab. Yeah, here you see the suspect alert icon showing up. This is because of the changes that we did recently now in the Codebeamer object. So there is some modification has been happened to it. So this will be notified to the Windchill users. So if the users think this is some significant change, say they can go and mark it as a suspect. So they can select it and click on the actions to mark it as suspect. Yeah, you will see the icons got changed. Now let's look at the another different mashup. So where we'll be seeing the report of all the available trace links in the Windchill server. So we have a drop down to select the Windchill product family. So all the containers available in the product Windchill will be listed down, and based on the selection, so the table will be populated. Let's choose DPT rear camera BMW container. So on selecting it, so the table will be updated with all the available OSLC link. So it has details like part number, part name, what is the version, and to which requirement ID the part number is being linked to, and what's the current suspect status, whether it is suspected or it is turned off, and what type of trace link is being created. And it also has the information like URL of the Codebeamer requirement object. Now let us try to see the working of the clear suspect flag functionality from this mashup. So we'll choose the OSLC link that we created just now, and we turned on the suspect flag. We will try to clear this flag now. So let's select the OSLC link and click on the clear suspect flag button. Yeah, we get a successful message saying the flag is now cleared. Now let's navigate back to the Windchill part and see the changes in the OSLC link. So I'll refresh the page. Yeah. So now the suspect alert is gone, and you still see the alert, the suspect alert icon showing up. So this is because of the recent changes that we did to the Codebeamer requirement object. Yeah. So that's the end of the demo, so the future roadmap for Arorian DPT collaboration layer, we are still working on the product and trying to improve its capabilities. Here are some insights on what can be expected in the future and what we have in the backlog. So as mentioned earlier, currently we can establish a link between Windchill and Codebeamer applications. This will be extended to other enterprise applications as well, covering different business use cases. So currently, the reporting functionality will also be elevated to support features like previewing the resource objects, modifying the existing links, and exporting the report in different data formats. So the user interface will also be enhanced, and system validations will be incorporated in the Arorian DPT collaboration layer to ensure the OSLC link are created in the downstream systems. So that's all about the topic today. So DPT would be a great solution to share if a company wants to share their product development information across different software systems. So any gaps in the out of the box can be implemented through our customized DPT solution. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Shiva, very much. What's next? If you want to see a more detailed demo, learn more about advanced integration or any of these points you can see on your screens, feel free to contact us. And now is the time for questions, please. As I said in the beginning, use for that Q&A option here on Teams. So we'll wait a few minutes for your questions. So thank you for your participation today, and I hope to see you at the next Aurorian Technologies webinar. Thank you very much.